Good morning, everyone. It is Friday morning, and another tough week has gone almost, and we finally have a weekend ahead of us in just less than 15 hours, y'all. Now, just like last week and the week before, we're going to have a relatively warm weekend. Now, I said warm, but relatively, which means it's going to be warmer than the weekdays, but still, it's going to be a little bit cold, so don't take off your winter coats and wear t-shirts just yet. Now, what comes to mind when you think of spring? To me, I think of many things, but the first thing that pops in my mind are flowers, of course, because I own a flower shop. Not only that reason, but bright yellow forsythia flowers, or in Korea they call them kenari, in the streets and highways, azalea, magnolia, cherry blossoms, all these beautiful flowers, man. We're going to enjoy these flowers and watch them fully bloom during the spring season. So, with no further ado, think about those beautiful, colorful flowers with the first song. We got J. Cole, Apparently. That was J. Cole singing Apparently on TBS efm. What's Poppin', of course, 101.3 in Seoul and its surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. And of course, I am the go-to guy for the hour, Brian G. Jew, aka B. Jew. Couple of reminders. If you have a Kakao account, add TBS efm as a plus friend, and you can message us completely for free. Also up on Twitter, follow us at TBS What's Poppin' and tweet us away. If you have any questions, an email, or a shout out, the address is efmpoppin@gmail.com. And I know a lot of people are curious about our playlist, and you can check that out as well on our website at tbsefm.soul.kr/efm/What's Poppin'. And you can check out TBS EFM digital magazine that features TBS EFM's highlight contents on audio and video. Now you can download it for free from iTunes Store or Google Play, and it's now also available on Tap Zen application. We got lots more coming your way, y'all, but before that, a word from our sponsors. Alrighty, y'all, it is everybody's favorite time of our program, today's pick. Now, have you ever checked your phone to see the current time instead of looking at your watch, which is on your wrist? Or you're always talking to your friends, downloading ringers and tones, speed texting all your friends. Now, if you answered yes to both questions, you might have a cell phone addiction, y'all. And I mean, most of us are addicted to smartphones in varying degrees. But the problem begins when you become irrevocably immersed. Yes, a tongue twister right there for me. In your digital life to the point where it's impossible for you to wholeheartedly devote your attention to the present moment. So if you want to treat your smartphone addiction, first of all, keep yourself busy. Now, thumb through a newspaper. You can even do the puzzles for an added brain-boosting bonus. Cook up a delicious meal. Get lost in a good book, or spend some time with your family and friends. It could be anything. Just do anything that can keep your focus away from your smartphones. Now, you'll also have to tell your friends about your addiction so they can make a move on. And so you can make them move on, cutting the conversation off so they don't get all worried and mad at you. People might mistake you if you don't reply back to them or unintentionally accuse you for something. So, of course, tell them in advance that you're trying to do this so they don't interfere what you're trying to do, so they don't text you and they don't get mad if you don't text them back. And what you can also do is simply give it up, y'all. Next time you feel the need to use it, step back and think, do I really need to make this call? Do I really need to text this person right now, this very moment? Think to yourself. Now try to do something constructive instead of using your smartphone next time you feel the urge. Now, having said that, it's nothing strange to wake up and fall asleep using your smartphone. What we want to do is avoid losing moments of wonder that are unique and never be lived again. Of course, you guys have to remember, smartphones take away a lot of time. Games, texting, internet searching. Try to get away from all that and treasure the moments that you do have right now with your friends and family. And that's a song we got for you guys right now. Bruno Mars, Treasure. Yeah, that was Bruno Mars with Treasure, and it's a disco song with elements of funk and R&B. I kind of call Bruno Mars a new funk king because a lot of his music is very funky, and he's good at what he does. Now, the lyrics depict a boy asking a girl to let him treasure her. The singer also received a lot of media attention for its funky vibe, of course. So let me reinforce this one more time. Get out of your digital life and cherish your real life treasures right now. So if you're tuning in, alrighty, with that said, we're going to get two more songs on the way right now. We got two Latin and a Latina, of course. One's a Latina, one's a Latin dude. We got Shakira with Titana. And also got Ricky Martin with The Best Thing About Me Is You. All right, that was The Best Thing About Me Is You by Ricky Martin that combines reggae rhythms with Latin and pop, of course, and telling us to make our lives the way we want. And before that, we had Gitana from the beautiful, talented Shakira, of course. We know that she shakes her booty like none other. Now it's a Spanish version of the song Gypsy, written in a ballad-like form, and the lyrics describe the life traveling on the road as a gypsy, of course. Now the song is heavily influenced by Indian and Middle Eastern music and also features instrumentation from the mandolin, the banjo, the sitar, and the table. Alrighty, with that said, we're going to move on to more music. The next song we have for you guys right now, get your ears ready for The Cure with Never Enough. Alrighty, y'all, welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin' on TBS efm 101.3. It is your boy, Brian Jew. And shortly, we're going to have Ginny in the studio to talk about some cray-cray news around the world. Some serious news, too, sometimes, on our segment called Say What. So if you want to find out about some hot issues happening in the world, keep it right here. Alrighty, y'all, welcome back to the second half. And right now, Jeannie is in the studio for a segment called Say What? I can't hit that note today. It's a little airy today. I think I'm not waking up fully. I didn't wake up fully today.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have enough coffee.
You look sleepy.
I'm always sleepy. I don't know why. And sometimes I feel like, sometimes I'm not even sleepy and someone tells me, like, you look tired. And that makes me feel like, do I look that crappy right now? Oh my gosh, I need to wear makeup or something.
Right.
Exactly. Anyways, we're not here to talk about if I'm tired or what I look like. We're here talking about some news going on in the world today.
Right.
So I'm going to pass the mic over to you.
Okay, and our first news is also about a concert.
Okay.
In the U.S. It's called Global Citizen 2015 Earth Day event.
Okay.
And the two teams, the Global Poverty Project and the Earth Day Network, have joined forces for an all-star event called Global Citizen 2015 Earth Day.
Awesome.
What a long title.
Yes, that's a very long title.
And, they're organizing the event to bring attention to climate change and help end extreme poverty. So for good causes. Something good.
Okie dokie.
And the show is scheduled for April 18th at Washington, D.C.'s National Mall. And the good news is it's for free.
Ooh. You just said the magic word.
Yes, the magic
free.
word.
I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, I'm going to get up on that.
No doubt. Usher, My Morning Jacket, Fall Out Boy, and many more artists have been announced as headliners for the free event.
Yes, I'm pretty sure a lot of people tuning in right now in the Washington, D.C. area. Of course, you guys are like, oh, you had me at No Doubt and Usher.
Yes, last year's concert at that time, one of the main headliners, Jay-Z, was joined by Beyonce. And more than 60,000 people gathered together to watch them perform.
That's a lot of people.
Really a lot of people, tourists and New Yorkers and everyone.
That would annoy me if you're a person with a car. Because could you imagine all the traffic jams?
Yeah, really.
That's crazy.
Crazy stuff. And this is what Usher said about the event.
Okay.
Well, music has long had the ability to motivate generations and inspire movements. And I'm proud to lend my voice to the call to end extreme poverty, solve climate change, and educate our youth on such a historic stage.
That's awesome, Usher, man.
Yes. And I think
do this
kind of resonates with what you said about music. I can't remember when, but you said
Remind
something.
me. I forgot what I say sometimes.
Okay, then just a question for me. Well, as a listener, I also think about the power of music every now and then. But I wanted to, hear about your take on the power of music as a vocalist.
Well, obviously, I got into music because I love music so much.
Yes.
And the power and the effect that music has on me is, it matters what song I'm listening to and what mood I'm in.
Your
like
mood.
sometimes if I'm sad, songs with a breakup theme or a hardship theme kind of makes you tear up sometimes. And you want to, sometimes it helps just to let the tears out.
Yeah, the tearjerker songs.
Yes, all the tearjerkers out there, movies or music.
Right.
And sometimes you want to hear something fun, like Black Eyed Peas, I Gotta Feel It. And you just want to, on a Friday night, you get ready to meet your friends. Like, 우리는 밥 먹자. You're like, okay. You in the kitchen, or not kitchen, you're in the bathroom, blow drying your hair, picking out your outfit. And that makes you, enthused and you're upbeat and trying to happy for the rest of the evening.
Right.
And then there's times where you're just angry at the world, just want to listen to some rock music.
Heavy metal.
You gotta get into that mood.
I saw your facial expression. It really resonated with me.
Kind of scary, huh?
Yeah, anger.
But that's the effect that music has on me. And sometimes I make the mood by listening to music.
By listening to. But, Brian, what if you're really, really sad and you have to be on the stage with your dance song? Then do you just have, cast a spell on yourself and just, let's go do it?
Sometimes you have to just suck it up and just give it your all. Like for me, if I'm in a bad mood, I got in a fight right before I got on stage, but I have to sing a happy song.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta act. A lot of it is acting. It's hard, and it's hard to control your emotions.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people say if you're a professional, you control it, but no, you're human.
No, yeah, right.
You gotta understand that has nothing to do with professionalism.
Right.
Emotion is emotion.
Yes.
You cannot control your emotions.
True.
If you hate somebody, you can't act like you love them.
No.
Unless you're in an acting situation, and that's just your, you just have to have good acting skills. But on stage, we gotta somehow cover it up sometimes, and it's hard.
It's hard.
But we got to do it.
Yes.
Now, with that said, since we are talking about the Global Earth Day concert, of course, coming up, y'all, if you have a chance to go check it out, but if you can't, we'll listen to the music that we have for you right now. We got Peter Gabriel, Down to Earth, and the music's from the Wall-E soundtrack. That was Peter Gabriel with Down to Earth, and the song is from Wall-E. If you haven't seen that movie. I don't think, did I see Wall-E? It's about the little robot, right?
Yeah, a robot. Really, like, a cute little robot.
Yes, animated film. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out, y'all.
Okay.
All right, with that said, we're going to move on to the next bit of news.
Yes, next bit of news, Brian.
Yes.
Do you remember? We talked about Elvis Presley's first recording going on auction.
Oh, my God. I remember talking about that. It was like a lot of money.
Yes, it was for a lot of money. And that was back in January. And the identity of the buyer was kept secret.
Okay. I don't know why. They actually... Now we know the identity now?
Yeah, that's about our news. That's about our second news.
Okay.
And many people thought the person would be, one of the singer's fans because that's only natural. You buy, with that sum of money, the first recording. But the person was...
His mom. His dad.
No.
His sister.
Can you do the drum beats for me? I can't do it alone. Okay. Well, that was Jack White.
Who? I couldn't do it because I was doing the drum beats. I didn't hear you.
Wow, yeah.
Jack White?
Jack White, yes. The vocalist from The Third Man.
Oh,
yes, you knew
bought
him. Yes, and he bought it for $300,000. Holy. Yes, and, well, he plans to reissue the single for this coming record store day, April 18th. And for the listeners who couldn't join us last time, the exact story of the recording is uncertain. Now, I mentioned Presley's friend, Ed Leek. You mentioned Leek, the name, claimed to have given the singer $4 to pay for the recording. However, a more popular legend or theory claims that Elvis recorded the songs for his mother.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. It's for the listeners who couldn't join us last time. And sources from Jack White said that the audio will be as clean as modern technology can make it, without losing the feeling and soul that makes the two songs both haunting and breathtaking. So you need to have, like, high-tech technology to make that happen, right?
Very true.
And actually, there's more reissues to come from Jack White. He previously announced plans to reissue the White Stripes' Get Behind Me, Satan as a commercially available vinyl for the first time.
Okay.
So are you thinking about doing any, reissues yourself, Brian? Something, maybe,
like covering another person's song?
Yeah. Maybe Michael Jackson's Beat It, or...
I do want to do a Michael Jackson song in the future.
And I think you could dance to it too.
But I don't know. I think maybe like they don't really care about us. Because that song has such a good message about it. How, people are always talking about like making change and, the government making a change in the world. But what are they actually doing? We're not seeing anything happen. And sometimes when I hear that song, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. I'm like, oh yeah, that is very true. Sometimes it feels that way.
Yeah.
Maybe that song, because a lot of people are probably thinking he'll do a ballad, but I do like all of Michael Jackson's ballads, but I want a song with a good message.
Maybe social message?
Like a social message,
Your
worldly message,
was cute there.
Social message. That's what happens when you live in another country for a long time. Or the Earth Song. The Earth Song is a great song by Michael Jackson as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so hopefully I got my fingers crossed. Will I be able to do that in the future? But for now, we'll think about what we're going to do with this next song. Since we're talking about Jack White, we got his song set up for you guys right now, Power of My Love. Alrighty, that was Jack White with Power of My Love.
Power of My Love.
That's how I heard it.
Okay.
Alright, we got the next bit of news. It's going to be the last news for our show today.
Yes, I wish they had something similar to this in Korea too.
Okay, what is this?
Tin Pan South. Sorry for the
Tin Pan
pronunciation.
South?
Yes, 2015.
Okay, what is this?
It is the largest songwriter festival in the world. I've never heard about it too.
I've never heard about it, until now.
And songwriters and performers share the raw versions of their songs and tell the stories behind them. It's not going to be fun.
I was like stuff like this because you get to hear the story of the songwriters themselves. 'Cause sometimes you might think it means one thing, and all of a sudden songwriter tells you, no, that's not what I wrote the song about, and then you learn new things.
Yeah,
It's a great
right.
learning experience.
Yes. And when you go to the festival, you can hear what the songs may have sounded before they received the studio treatment. You know, just the writer.
Before the editing and the mixing and all that stuff.
Yeah, just the writer and their instruments.
Exactly.
And, you know, I think it would be so much fun listening to what inspired the lyricists to come up with the ideas in the first place.
Exactly.
And as you mentioned, you know, maybe you write your songs from time to time, but you also get songs from other lyricists and songwriters, right?
Exactly.
Right?
A lot of singers do in Korea, though.
Yeah, right. So do you, like, listen to the behind stories, how they come up with the ideas? Like for your song, like Day by Day, Day by Day.
Some songwriters, they just come up with it while watching a movie or drama.
Ah, not their own
Some
story.
writers do have their own story. Like, I remember when came out with my first solo album, there's a song called 사랑하지 않으니까요. Because we're not in love anymore. And when I read the lyrics and sang it, I was actually very surprised because the lyrics are saying both the male and the female in the relationship are not in love. But they're both scared to admit it. They're both scared to, who wants to be the first? You know, like...
You know, the bad guy who wants to be the guy.
No one wants to be the bad guy, so they just let the love relationship keep going on, you know?
So...
I remember the lyrics saying, 사랑하지 않으니까요. Saying, I don't want you to have to say it first. I don't want to be the one to say it first. But it's reality, because sometimes you're in a relationship like that. You're like, I love this person, but I don't. But how do I break up with this person? And then it's just a fake relationship for the rest of their lives.
Right. But somebody has to end it because there's no more love in there.
Exactly. And that was the songwriter's story. And when he told me the story, I was like, oh, Hyung, that's so painful. And I started crying. Like, when I sang the song, I didn't go, 사랑하지 않으니. I wasn't cute. I was like, 사랑하지 않으니. 아이고, 저는 And then really put my emotion into that song.
Wow. I like to hear that, you know, a lot live.
It's online.
Live.
Girl, you gotta pay for that.
Okay.
All right, he was talking about Tin Pan South still.
Yes, and the Songwriters Festival will celebrate its 23rd anniversary this year.
Okay.
And it will take place from March 24th through March 28th in the Music City, Nashville.
I love Nashville.
Yeah.
Have you been?
No, I've never been there.
It is so beautiful. Food's amazing.
Food. What's your favorite food in Nashville?
I love Southern country food, so I mean fried okra.
Yeah.
Have you had fried okra before?
No.
It is delicious.
I only saw the picture.
Only if you like it. It's like, it's kind of, inside got like a gooey thing to it. Yeah.
Like gems?
No, it's like slimy. I don't know how to...
Slimy. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just try it myself
It's
later.
good.
Okay.
It's a
you buy me
vegetable.
one later.
Don't they have fried okra in Korea, do they?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, they do. Oh, they do.
Okay, then.
They do in a certain place. I'll find
Okay.
out where and we'll go there one day.
Okay, good. One day. And, you know, about the festival. We were talking about the festival. And the lineups are amazing, too. Artists from Brandy Clark to Hillary Scott will take the stage to exchange tunes and tales.
Ooh.
And all of the best young and veteran songwriters will get together and play all over town.
Alrighty.
So there got some noise there. And people say that the only negative aspect of the festival is deciding which shows to go and see, as you want to go to all of them.
Of course, who wouldn't want to go to all the shows?
Right.
I would.
So it's going to be a
That's
fun
going to be a
show.
difficult thing to choose which ones you want to go actually see and stuff like that.
Right.
So if you guys are able to, go check it out. But for now, we do have the last song for our show, but we want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
And the last song for our show is by Vince Gill. The song is called South Side of Dixie.
Dixie.
You know the song?
Dixieland.
You know the song?
No, I don't.
I don't know it either. So we'll both listen to it and enjoy it as our closing song.
Okay.
And on behalf of TBS efm, what's
What's wrong
poppin'?
with your voice?
Let me clear my throat right there. And on behalf of TBS What's Poppin', this is Brian, Jew, and
Jenny.
signing off.
Peace.